You're sitting in seat 1A on a flight to London. You have a warm towel, vintage champagne, and a seat that turns into a bed. You feel like you've made it. But then you look out the window at the private terminal. You see a Gulfstream G700 taxiing past, carrying one person who didn't stand in a single line today. That person doesn't buy a ticket, they own the airline. You realize that what you called wealth is just a comfortable version of poor. This is the ladder of the elite. This is the hierarchy of the rich. Level 1, the Golden Handcuffs. $100,000 to $500,000.
You just landed your first real job. You're a CPA at a big firm or a junior analyst on Wall Street. You have a $90,000 salary and a signing bonus that feels like a lottery win. You buy a watch that costs more than your first car. You rent a condo with glass walls. But here's the reality. You are a high-end servant. You work 80 to 120-hour weeks. You eat tuna sandwiches at your desk while losing or making millions for people whose names you aren't allowed to say. You're vibrating on caffeine and testosterone, terrified of making a single sloppy mistake on a spreadsheet. You have alternative data on your screen, but you don't have time to see your family. You are rich compared to your neighbors, but on this ladder, you are still furniture.
Level 2, the Asset Accumulator, $1 million to $10 million. You've graduated from the cubicle, you've learned the real game. Finding loopholes, shell corporations, shuffling assets to places like the Cayman Islands, you aren't just earning a salary, you're making the money dance. At this level, you own things. You buy a failing strip mall as a tangible asset. You might be a plaza boss in a corporate sense, managing a territory and taking a 10% cut of everything that moves through your turf. You drive a foreign luxury car, you wear suits that cost more than a teacher's annual pay, but you're still a mid-level executive. You have a quota to deliver to the people above you. If the market drops, you're the one who takes the hit. You're starting to feel powerful, but you still sit with your back to the wall. Level 3, the multi-millionaire magician, $10 million to $50 million. You are no longer a delivery driver, you are the magician. You move $10 million in cash through 8 different LLCs in 72 hours, spinning it through Cyprus, Delaware, and Panama until it becomes a ghost. You've traded the airport terminal for a private jet. You deal in big fish items, attack helicopters, surface-to-air missiles, heavy industrial bulldozers. You bribe port directors with tuition payments for their children, and junior officers with Rolexes. You have a go bag under your bed with $500,000 in diamonds and 4 different passports. At this level, you realize that fear is more effective than firepower. You are the key infrastructure for conflicts or markets nobody else even knows exists. Level 4, the Multi-millionaire operator, $100 million to $900 million. You don't manage a crew, you manage a region. You have 500 men on your payroll and you generate $20 million a month. You are a ghost to the public. You don't do interviews, you don't appear in photos. Your wealth is so massive that it requires a specialist department. You hire CFOs from top-tier banks to run your laundering pipelines. You hire chemical engineers to manage your production. You buy casinos in Macau as washing machines for your cash. You use satellites in space to spy on your competitors' parking lots because newspapers are for poor people. You have fixers who make your problems disappear, the kind of problems that would end anyone else's career. You are a predator in a suit, but the paranoia is eating you alive. You execute your own people just based on suspicion, because at this level, replacement is permanent. Level 5, the billionaire Patron, $1 billion to $10 billion. You've reached the throne. You are the Patron, the CEO of a multi-billion-dollar global operation. You never touch the product. You never touch a dollar bill. You are a philanthropist, a political donor, a man of the people. You don't talk to employees. You talk only to regional managers. You negotiate with senators, cabinet ministers, and federal judges. You have the power to make the rain in entire countries. You divide the world like a cake, but you live in a golden cage. You can't go to your daughter's birthday because snipers might be. You sleep with guards at your door and a taste tester for your wine. You have everything you want, but nothing you actually need, like a good night's sleep. Level 6, the Deca-Billionaire architect, $10 billion to $50 billion. At this rank, you don't just influence the law, you are the law. You are the incense master of the global economy, the keeper of traditions and the bridge to the future. You control 3,000 elite members and generate $400 million annually just in rounding errors. You deal directly with sovereign governments. They contact you when they need to mobilize or suppress movements. You are a global operator, coordinating shipments from Afghanistan, moving resources through the Balkans, all from a villa in Dubai. You have no extradition to worry about, but you also have no home. You watch your daughter's wedding on a video call, because if you step foot in your home country, you're a trophy for the next administration.
Valuable but targeted.
You are a
very,
very expensive loose end. Level 7, the Multi-millionaire Shogun, $100 billion plus. You are the director, the Shogun, the emperor. You are the CEO of a multi-billion-dollar corporation that deals in secrets, technology, and political influence. You are the most powerful man in the known world, and you didn't inherit it. You took it. You don't run operations. You
Mr.
set
President,
the grand
this map shows
strategy.
the optimal strategy.
You walk
I see.
into the
Proceed.
Oval
We must
Office
act
daily to
decisively
tell
to
the leaders
maximize our
of the
influence.
world what the biggest threats are. You have a 10,000-man guard stationed in the Capitol that answers only to you. If you sneeze, the history books record it. If you frown, a family 500 miles away loses their land. But here is the final secret. There is no privacy here. Not ever. When you speak, scribes record every syllable. You are the most served man in the world, and yet you are the most alone. The archives are silent on the cost, but you know the truth. The people who would die for you are the same ones who would kill you if the price was right. You look down the ladder, from the 100K rookie scrubbing the toilets of the elite to the Deca-Billionaire who owns the world but can't walk a city street. The ladder isn't built on money, it's built on debt, the kind you can never repay. You realize the golden cage is real. You can buy anything on Earth, except a return to that Tuesday when you were 19, bored, and had absolutely nothing to do. The cycle continues. Somewhere, a 15-year-old is sitting on a plastic chair, watching the road, waiting for his chance to climb. This is the life. This is the hierarchy.